All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to One More Multiverse. Our regular streaming hour has been taken over by guests, by intruders, by strangers. Who are you, strangers? How are you?
Marvelous.
Yeah.
I've never been addressed to as a stranger.
Well, there's a
I'm
first
not
time for
dangerous, I
everything.
swear.
I feel like I don't know what to do because I'm not a stranger.
Are you allies? Are you foes? Are you strangers?
No
Are we
stranger danger
human? Are
here.
we dancers? So it works out perfectly. So as some of you guys in the audience may know, my name is Sarah. I'm creative director here at One More Multiverse. But today I am GM for a game of Ryuutama. We are playing a one-shot today. And I am joined by some fabulous other members of the Multiverse team. Who are you, Multiverse team?
Hello, I'm Megan, she, her pronouns. I am art director at Multiverse, and I am just like super privileged to just get to play like all the time. So, back again, back at it. Excited to bring a new kind of character to the table. Excited for you guys to meet them. And yeah, I'll
excited.
toss it over to Daniel.
Yeah, hi. I'm Draconics or Jack for short. He, they pronouns. I'm playing Bob. I just had to because like I know people are gonna ask. His name's Bob. This moustache is real.
All the mysteries solved today.
all of it solved. If you ever had any questions, but yeah, no, I'm just excited to play with everyone. I'm just gonna throw it over to the wonderful guest. I'm gonna start with B.
I'm trying to set up my phone so I can watch Twitch as well.
Hello.
Extra excited to be here. So excited, in fact, that I put on a straw hat that doesn't fit my hat, but you know, the things you do for show business. I am B Zelda. My pronouns are they, them, and I am truly hyped for this experience. I've played Ryuutama a couple of times. And every single time it's been ridiculous, so I intend
Perfect.
to keep it that way.
Good.
Miriam,
Love that.
why don't you go next?
Yeah, hi, I'm Miriam. I go by they, them pronouns, and I'm just like super excited to play in this world and play in Ryutama. And that's just me. I dressed up.
Yeah.
I totally didn't just throw a dupatta on my black pride shirt and call it a day.
Thank you so much for putting all of this effort, bringing all of this good and weird energy. Anyone who's played with me knows that I highly value weird energy. So I guess let's just dive into it. Well, actually, no, hold on. Before I do, so I don't get fired. We are going to be playing on the One More Multiverse platform, which is going to look a little bit different than how some other Ryuutama games are played, and we hope that you guys like the little differences that we made. And if you guys are enjoying what you see on the Twitch stream today, you can check us out at discord.gg/multiverse, where we are running games like Ryuutama and a bunch of other indies and D&D and all of your favorite systems on our games calendar. So if you like what you see, come figure out how you can learn to play with us and play with your own folks using our platform. All right, let's dive in. Kyle, we're good to go. All right. Our story begins, as many good stories begin, around a campfire, with friends, with acquaintances, maybe strangers. You are each on a journey of your own making. Now, you'll come across many people and creatures and places, and a common thread ties all of your different communities together. And that thread is the journey. Every woman, man, person in the world is expected to leave their hometown to experience nature and the world at large. This is the theme and the heart at the core of Ryuutama. So every year, a number of travelers take to the roads the way migratory birds take to the skies. And not everybody embarks on their journey for the same reason. I'm sure all of you have left your homes and been on your journeys perhaps for a week or two, perhaps a year or two. Some travelers return home after satisfying their curiosity, and others set out with a very clear goal in mind. Some people find they never again want to leave the road, and some opt to make repeat travels. And I'm going to ask you today about, why you've set out on the road, if this is your first time, if you plan on joining the road again after this adventure. See, the stories you create here with other travelers are hungrily recorded by the Ryujin. The Ryujin are the great dragons that help create this world. So, in whatever adventures you have in it, also informs the adventures that are to come. So sometimes when you're quiet and it's just you around the campfire at night, you might even be lucky enough to hear them scratching away at their quills, recording your adventures. But of course, this isn't about any travelers. This is about your group. And you've made camp on the outskirts of town alongside other adventurers you've met on the road some days prior. Of course, journeying together is quite common. There is safety in numbers. So, travelers, where do you hail from? Where are you going? And why don't we start with you, Hey? You're settling in for the night. What is your little routine on the road?
Well, usually it's like this. So Darla doesn't really let me cuddle up against her really soft fur. So I usually find a nice little kind of edge of a rock, and I just end up sitting there, kind of upright, closing my eyes. I came a long way. I've come from my grandpappy's farm, and he told me I needed to kind of go and experience the world a bit before he let me take over the business. I am only 18, but I think I have lots of experience, and I think I'm ready to take on the world. But I mean, I could see how maybe I could use a few more weeks or months out in the wilderness to get a little bit of experience under my belt. But, I'm here for the adventure, but I really miss my farm. But I did bring my best friends with me, Darla and Chief. Chief is my duck. Darla doesn't let me ride her, but Chief can. But they're still my best friends.
So your best friends are a llama named Darla and a duck named Chief. That is delectable. So you are new to the road. You haven't been here out much, and your closest acquaintances are your furry friends. How well do you do around other travelers, around other strangers? Do you keep a distance? Do you curl up right next to the fire? Where do you find yourself in camp?
Well, thankfully, Darla kind of allows me to bring a lot of stuff with me. So, if I find a wary traveler, I'll gladly give them a tomato or two. I also have some potatoes, and I also have some greens. So, sometimes we make a nice salad together, and I think that's quite nice.
So it seems like the camp cook for the night is Hay. Hey, as you're putting together tonight's meal, who do you pass the bowl to?
I passed my bowl over to Pockets over there. I could tell that they just have this warm energy. The hat, I think, really calls to me. And so I really just pass along the bowl. I feel this kinship and I don't know why.
I mean, it's probably because we're both farmers. I didn't really grow anything legal, but I am a farmer, and that is what counts. However, I had to give up that life. You see, nobody took me seriously. And Pockets is absolutely talking with like a mouthful of food. I'm so sorry for people who find that disgusting, which should be everybody. Well, and you see, because nobody wanted to take me seriously, I decided to start out on my own business. I got a business called Pockets Pockets, where I make pockets for your pockets. I got pockets in my pockets. I can bring you a pocket. I can fit a pocket in your pocket. And I think it is a pretty darn good business. Also, this soup of potato and tomato and something green. I can't really tell what that is. Fantastic.
I call it a soup salad.
Oh, wow.
It seems you have a bit of an entrepreneurial spirit. Who's probably the first person in camp you sold to?
Well, you know, there is an individual over here that kind of looks like they could wear some pockets. Let me look closer at you. Do you there, over there with the mustache? You want a pocket for that mustache? A place to place it when you're sleeping at night? You want to protect them fine hairs?
I'm going to apologize in advance for the voice I'm about to do.
I'm so ready.
Really
Yeah,
excited for this downworld.
I would love to have a pocket. I do think it'd probably be nice. You know, the hair gets everywhere. Something that gets in my mouth, so having a pocket, I feel like in case it would be great. Yes, please.
Oh, absolutely. Here, I got you a pocket in the color of the sky when it's not quite blue, but getting ready to rain.
That's okay. I know you only met for like a short while, but that's actually my favorite color, so that'd be perfect. Thank you.
What?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. That is my favorite color.
No way.
What is your name?
I guess. My name is Bob. Well, my actual name is Razra Francesca Bob, but my friend just called me Bob. His a lot shorter.
Bob. Well, Bob, you should get yourself a fixin' of this soup over there that, I didn't ask your name. Hey, what's your name?
My name's Hay.
Hey, how's it going? But what's your name?
No, Hay is my name.
Hey is your name?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hay, like the hay,
hey.
and they grab like a little piece of hay from their pockets and puts it in their mouth like this.
Hey.
Hey. You probably get that a
Hey.
lot, but yeah. I have some? Do you call it soup
Hey?
salad? Salad soup?
Salad soup, yeah.
Salad soup. Could I get one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Passes the bowl over to you. My pleasure.
I mean, I guess I overheard all of you talking about why you're here, so I guess I'll talk about why I'm here. Sorry, dying.
I'm here for the voice. We're killing it.
I'm trying so hard not to just like wheeze into the microphone.
Well, you see, I'm from Caloris, and well, I'm technically on the run. Don't worry, I'm not a criminal. I haven't actually done anything wrong. Technically, if you think about it, I'm meant to be a healer, and my job was to heal the noble. I was gonna say yes. My voice is gonna be short after this. I'm committing. I'm doing this. So I was meant to heal the young prince of a king in Cloris, but I just didn't have enough magic and skill to do that, and now they kind of blame me for his death. So they kind of hunted me down. So I'm just on the run. So if you see anyone seems suspicious following me, just let me know, and I will run as fast as I can.
That's a heavy
This is
burden.
great salad soup.
You
Yeah,
should
it's
eat
fine.
some
I'm
more
just sitting
soup.
down and writing everything that's happening. Just describing.
Hey,
Would you like some soup salad?
Oh, me?
Or salad soup. Really, it is quite confusing, isn't it? Is it a
Gotta
soup? Is it a
combine the two
salad?
words. Is it like a soup?
I kind of like that it's a
Or a
mystery.
soup?
A
Salad.
Sous
Sous salad.
Sous salad.
Salad. Soup salad. That sounds
That sounds
fancy.
fancy. I can't afford that anymore. Oh wait, I sell pockets. I can't afford that.
Should I sell the salad?
Salad.
I've heard of a
Salad.
soup. I've heard of a soup like this in another kingdom somewhere. I think they called it a totato So,
Potato.
That's
potato soup.
incredible.
Darn. So they got a head
Wow.
start on us. Do you think we could market it better than they do? What sounds better, a sous salad or a tortado? The word that they
Tornado,
said?
that sounds incredible.
Potato.
Dang it!
Although there's a variation that I think involves toes.
Oh, I think we should try to steer clear of anything related to toes. I think that'll be bad for business since we're.
I mean, you ever eaten
food.
some chicken toes?
I'm a vegetarian.
Actually, my mum did. She was. Oh. I mean, I guess that makes sense. That's why there's no meat in this sous salad. It just goes back to eating. Hey, what's your name, by the way?
Oh, me? I'm Saffron. Saffron.
Saffron.
Nice to meet
Yes.
you.
Like
Could
like the saffron.
Saffron?
My parents
What
weren't
does-
very
Yeah.
inventive,
Do
I
you
think
smell
it's a
like
beautiful
saffron?
name.
Come closer.
and I just sort of move closer, and yeah, I do smell of rosewater and saffron.
I'll be damned.
Wow.
Huh. I should put that in a pocket and sell that. I'm gonna think on that one there.
Wait, that's actually that's
You can
okay.
call
Hear
it
me
a
out.
bouquet garni.
Bouquet garni.
Garni.
That's a bit of a mouthful. Bouquet
How about you
garni.
connect? How about you put the two
Bugarni.
words?
What about that?
Bugarni. That sounds like if I had a vehicle that was made out of metal that I would want to drive, that would be something like that, but I have no idea what that is.
And it
I
was
don't know what you're talking about.
On that note, so you guys do know you are heading into the market town of Castoff. You're about a day's journey away from there. And this town is particularly known for secondhand goods resale. A lot of people go there to sell as much as they buy. And it's a common spot for travelers on the road. Now, would any of your characters have visited this town before, based on how much time they've spent out in the world on their journey?
I have a question. Is it
Yeah, what's
hot?
up? Is it hot?
Or is it shady?
So right now it's nighttime. As we can see, the things are a bit dim. You're in a pretty average area. I wouldn't say it's too temperate. It's not really. It's probably autumn around this point in time.
Wonderful. I feel very cool and not at all hot and sticky and sweaty.
Is that a usual concern for Zephyr?
Very much so. As I came from a very hot coastal beach area called Lulu, and it was just so hot, and I really liked wearing clothes, and it was very hard to wear clothes when it's so hot. So I just decided that going on the road and finding cooler, shadier places would be better.
I do love that it sounds like Zaffron is just perpetually in search of somewhere colder and colder and colder. What is kind of your I guess nightly tradition? You're about to go into a new town the next day. Like, how do you settle in for the night as you're hearing all of these new friends bicker?
I just mostly observe what is going on, but also trying to stay as far away from the fire as I can. So I would usually be near under a tree or just somewhere cool, or I have basically this hand fan that I'm just kind of just blowing myself some cool air. But just because I'm far away doesn't mean I'm not social. Just far from the flames.
Amazing. All right. So, you guys let me know, what are you seeking out in this upcoming town? You've been through a few adventures. Your inventory is, it's so-so. It's an adventurous pack. We'll be a little bit out of fiction. We are playing by picnic rules, which means that you guys have, your pack animal, you have backpack, sleeping bag, your rations, basic things. We are not going to be tracking that stuff since it's just a one-shot game. So your necessities are there, but I know you guys have that spark of an entrepreneurial spirit. What would you be looking for in a fairly large market town?
Hey, Pocket, do you think we could go to this market town and kind of, I guess, for lack of a better term, corner the market of your pockets? We can just make it like, okay, I guess a monopoly is technically a bad thing for business, but
But
if we're the ones in charge of the monopoly, it's great for us.
yeah, I think that's exactly how monopolies work. I
Exactly.
think that's brilliant. Well, I do know that there's a bit of a black market. I mean, it's more of like a purple market. It's not exactly illegal. It's just like there's like one or two illegal things that happen. Um, yeah, I think we should go visit that.
And then we can see if we can start selling pockets to some higher bidders. I guess bidders would probably not do an auction.
Oh, I
but
do
just
love
get-
a good auction. I've got
Ooh.
pockets to auction, and I've got
We can do
pockets
that
to
then.
sell on the black market. I could sell pockets to a baby.
And I guess they'll start selling like hot pockets.
Yes, they will.
What a team!
So I guess our goal is to go to the market and start selling pockets like hot pockets.
Yes.
You guys can
That's
use
our motto.
Darla as an animal model.
That would be
She
perfect.
could wear the.
She's
Oh my
like-
word!
I don't want to
Imagine the
brag or
angles.
anything, but she's kind of like a star llama. It's fine.
Ooh.
She's really popular.
Wait.
actually.
Is she the Darla? I thought it was
She's-
just like a name. She's
Wait,
Oh my
not
God.
the Darla.
I
Just like
don't-
another llama named Darla. That's the Darla?
Is
I
the
don't
Dar-
like to brag, but it's Darla. It's the Darla.
Oh my god.
I mean, I know. She's so cool. Maybe she can model your pockets.
I would be honored. Oh my word. Would she wear like a dress where I've got pockets sewn in it? I've got cargo pockets. I've got pockets with hats. I've got t-shirts with 2 pockets and pockets on the side. What kind of pocket we think would really suit Darla's personality?
I feel like you're gonna have to ask Darla, I think. She was very, very specific, actually. She actually won't listen to me, so you'll have to ask
okay.
her directly what she prefers. You'll be able to see it on her face. She may not like it. I'm not sure she likes much, to be honest.
And we can see, if we click on Darla's face, we can see the expression Darla's making to all this.
I can't get over. I can't get over this thing is like zoomed in.
Operator, please inspect.
Feel judged?
So you guys know this rock here is your portal into town. Like, so whenever you are ready to take the next steps and you've decided you're ready to enter the market town of Castoff, by all means, go for it.
So you just click on it and you click go to the market.
All right. Before we do that,
Yeah.
could I ask, Zaffron, could you could you ask Darla for me what kind of pocket she would like to model? It would mean the world to
it's
me.
been a while since I spoke Lamese, but I could try. And then I
Thank
start
you.
going. Sorry, wrong. Nah. No, that's not quite right. And then eventually, I actually do not know what sounds llamas make, me player.
Honestly, mine.
So assume I make the appropriate noise, and ask Darla. Hey,
You know
so,
what? Why, real quick, can you roll? Let's see here. I guess because it's more of like memory and power of thought, something you learned. Could you roll intelligence for that?
Sure. I am just traveling back.
Yeah,
alright.
you skipped on ahead to the portal.
It was just like, hey, head over there, and I was like, okay, gone.
Ah,
All right.
So for you, your intelligence is a d6. You'll be rolling d6.
All right. Let's roll 'em bones. I got a 5.
nice.
You know what? You square up with this llama, make that eye contact, really look into the soulless, doll-like llama eyes, and you know you get the dialect just right. You speak llama. and not just any llama. You speak llama of this specific kind. So yeah, lean into it.
Yeah, so I go, hey, Darla, so would you be interested in being the supermodel for these wonderful pockets? And I point towards pockets. And and we'll make sure that a portion of the profits goes towards whatever you would like, whether you want to go have a spa day, whether you want to have some treats, just name your price.
Am I role playing for my llama? Or
You are role playing. I'm not gonna role play your llama. This is your llama, your problem. You
Your
said I
llama,
want to
your
bring a
problem.
llama. You said you wanted to bring a llama.
Alright,
This is
alright.
what you get.
Okay, so we're saying that this llama understands what you're saying right now, right? And you can understand what this llama says, right? This is where we're going, right?
Yeah, this is what we've
Make sure.
established.
Okay,
Zaffron
cool,
speaks
cool.
llama. For the record, you don't.
No. No.
You as Hey don't speak llama.
No, I do not. I do not. But me as Darla, I'll
Yes,
say, okay.
you
okay.
do.
This is a lot of pressure to come up with Darla's voice right now. Okay. Oh, hey there. Yes. I suppose that I could wear some pockets. And I suppose you could give me 10 carats. Can you do that for me, darling?
Of course. 10 carats sounds like a very equitable deal. And then I turn around and I say, so yes, for 10 carats.
Yeah. Like carrots that come from the ground?
And I kind of turn back and I say, you mean carrots that are like, orange and in the ground, right?
The one I travel with knows what I like.
And then I turn back to Hay and I say, what carrots? It's the ground carrots, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, yeah.
I
yeah,
have
those
a
carrots.
few. She's,
Oh, do you have
she's very
approximately?
demanding.
Do you have 10 of those ground carrots?
I have exactly 9.
Ah, all right. We gotta go to that market and get some carrots stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure with the
what voice I was doing.
6.
Yeah, we probably should.
I didn't realize I'd be tracking debts in this game, but you know what? Yeah. Here we go. Add it to your objectives.
Get the
Oh, I love it.
Until then, Pockets is a doomed enterprise. But yeah, the portal to the market town opens, and so does your financial future? I don't know.
Yep.
Okay, let's head over to the market.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. So, one moment, please.
Playing?
There should be. 1 second. There we go. So you guys arrive to the market town of Castoff. This isn't the largest town you've come across, but this town has quite a reputation. Travelers all along the road and on their journeys come here specifically, to sell goods they found in dungeons, sell back armor they've grown out of, find ways to make their own businesses as they travel along, replenish their goods, what you expect from a market town. You've showed up before the market has really kicked off. It's fairly early in the morning. You hear vendors setting up their stalls, and you've beat the evening rush. So there you go. Let's take us out of cinematic mode. Where would you guys like to go first in the market town of Castoff?
how quickly do we want to get that 10th carrot?
I think it is imperative that we get that carrot.
I guess we go to the veggie market? Or
All
where
right,
the veggie sellers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would find people selling produce over here. And can I ask who's leading this charge over to the produce?
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. Bob, as you're making it through the town, can I ask you to roll an intelligence roll for me
Ooh, okay.
and see what you notice on this
my intelligence
slow
is pretty
market
decent.
morning?
It's a D6.
Yeah, why don't you roll that d6?
A 6.
All right, hell yeah.
Nice.
So as you're going through, it's gonna be a bustling market day. As people are picking up their stuff, you are making some note to the fact that the town itself seems a little bit older. It seems the townspeople have built into it and on top of it over time. And you oddly see that there are no formal guards around. Usually for a market day like this, you'd expect, at least a couple posts. Doesn't seem to be the case here.
It's odd. Hey, Saffron?
Mm-hmm.
Am I
What's
is it just me, or does it seem like there isn't many guards around?
Yeah, that's... unusual. Usually they'd be checking the gates, making sure there isn't odd things going in, odd things going out, and, making sure there aren't 5-finger discounts.
Yeah. I guess maybe we're just in a town that doesn't need guards, which is honestly quite nice. I wouldn't be against more towns being like that, but I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I'm just a bit jumpy. My head's always on a swivel. Those carrots though. Let's look for some carrots.
Oh, they're right there near the tomatoes.
And Saffron, as you go and you're not even really reaching for the carrots, you're just pointing at it. A grisly hand goes and swats your hand away and says, "Hey, keep those hands to yourself."
I wasn't going to take anything. Also, those are my money makers, sir.
And those are my money-making carrots. Can I help you?
How much for one of those? And I point to the carrot.
How much? Wait, a customer. So sorry. We barely started for the day, and competition can get honestly pretty intense out here. My sincerest apologies. What can I help you? Just the one carrot? Can I offer you a bushel?
Take the bushel.
Okay, how much is the bushel?
Hopefully free of
and-
charge after they hit your hand.
Man,
Yes, is there a discount for wounding my moneymakers and possibly never being able to play ever again?
Is there a discount? He throws his head back and kind of like laughs at your what's the word? Stupidity? Dramatics? Whatever it is, he appreciates... Audacity is the word. He appreciates it. Bargainer. It's been a while since I've met a true challenger. For a bushel, I'll give it to you for 5 gold.
Out of
got
game,
a
how much
silver.
money do we actually have?
So
What is money
5
like in
gold
this
is an obscene amount. This
Yeah,
is
okay.
like totally ripping you off. You can't believe he said that with a straight face.
Can I push my way in? I'm quite literally
Yeah,
shouldering
go ahead.
past Saffron. I'm sorry if you stumble a bit. If I may, I got these 2 pockets here that can fit 5 apples in this pocket and 3 tomatoes in this pocket. How about 2 pockets for that there bushel of carrots?
And you do
Well,
see
maybe.
on his person he is holding like a bag. He's got things wrapped up in it. He looks like a dude who could maybe use some pockets. But I'm gonna ask you to roll spirit to see if you can say convincingly.
Spirit's my worst.
Might have
Is there a way I
something
can
to
help?
help with that.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, what do you have to help?
No, actually, that doesn't quite work. I was thinking of something else. There was something that
please
helps
do
with
a
conditions,
station.
but this is not a condition.
This is not a condition, no.
Yeah.
But I'm in roleplay. If there's any way you want to help, you could be like, "Wow, pockets."
Oh yeah, with my
Only
used
two.
uncool instrument. Can I help?
So with a 2, you are waving around those pockets, and he's kind of confused at the display. He's like, I have paying customers coming in later. I don't need this riffraff, especially with all the recent rashes of thefts. I'm not going down in price.
Okay, yeah, hold on. There's many things I want to tackle about that whole statement, but first, the 5 gold is ridiculous, okay? And
That's
you know
absurd.
that, I know that. 5 gold for a bushel of carrots? It has to be at least half or quarter of that, at best.
This seller is now staring you down, looking down at you past their big bare nose. Do you need these carrots or not?
How much for one?
2 silver.
That's also like an obscene amount still, right? That is ridiculous, okay? I think we should go and find someone else to buy it from.
And Hayes gonna come up and just be like, "Excuse me, sir, but I think that is a very, very unfair price. As a farmer myself, that as a grandpa that sells vegetables, I find these prices quite ungodly, truly.
Unbearable.
Unbearable. And that I get.
These are the best prices in town, and you're welcome to check out the other stalls and see for yourself. There's not a vendor left in Castoff who can keep their prices low, so it's either you take it or you leave it. We're in
Why?
dire times.
What is happening in these dire times? It's
It looks
beautiful
perfectly
outside. What?
fine.
Yeah. What's so dire about these times? It's like 9 a.m.
There's nothing bad can happen at 9 a.m. It's like
I'm surprised you
kind
can
of
barely
looks
make
you,
a profit.
barely. He takes. He does squint at you at that comment, and kind of looks you up and down. Sizes you up, and says, "You're not travelers, are you? You're doing your little journeys, your little road thing?"
Yeah. Pleasure to meet you.
Who's asking?
Well, I have a story for you if you're willing to write this one down in one of your tales. We got a rash of thieves in these markets, and honestly, it's worse than you can imagine. No one got hurt, but we've gone down in prices. We've gone down in profits, and
We might be able to write the story down if you would pay us with 1 carrot.
in like a bit of confusion, you're willing to take post here for a carrot.
I think we should actually. We're willing to look into these thefts, especially ones I'm assuming with your, I'll be honest, and you know this, ridiculous prices I'm sure you've been a victim of. We'll look into these thefts and possibly stop it for a lot of carrots.
Like a lot of carrots.
Yeah. The exact quantity
you'd
would
be
depend on the
doing
difficulty of this whole thing.
I've I've never struck such a deal, but honestly, I represent the vendors union here at the Castoff market. It would do a great deal for our coffers, you know. You do all this? I'm sorry, I just have to clarify. You do this for carrots. Carrots?
We're trying to do a bit of a startup business, the four of us, and in order to get that done, well, our fifth member is going to be the model. I mean, not to brag, but we got Darla the llama. The Darla.
Darla has been actually walking up slowly to this bear, just eyeing him down. I feel like she knows. She knows that this man is the only thing standing between her and her carrots. And if you just click on the picture again, she's just giving him the eye right now.
Oh my god.
I think Darla's trying to intimidate him.
My sincerest apologies. Your laminus, and he does the deepest bow. You could not believe how his hat brushes the floor as he bends down before this llama. I did not realize I would be in front of such agricultural celebrity. Darla, oh my goodness, please, I have to bring the steward of this town over. Someone else has to see this. And he calls over a satyr who comes over to the commotion. This is kind of like a bit of a ruckus you guys have stirred up in this market town. And he's come over from across the way to check it out. And this satyr here...
They look so cool.
Right?
Dressed for success.
On their shoulders? What's on their
I think it's
shoulders?
supposed to be a scroll of some kind. He comes over, carrying the scroll, is scholarly glasses sliding down the bridge of his nose a bit, and goes, Ursa, what happens to be the problem here? Do we have another theft? Are these new vendors? What's happening here? Is there an issue I can settle?
Well, one, I feel like there needs to be some kind of price control here because some of the prices being asked for are outrageous.
Truly.
But honestly, mainly we were trying to strike a deal with a friend over here. I don't think we actually got his name. But we just were trying to strike a deal for some carrots. We'll look into the thefts because we're trying to do a startup thing.
The ones on the ground, not the jewels.
Yes.
And he appreciates that clarification, and relief, a little confusion, washes over his face as he says, you're hoping to sell in Castoff. That's amazing. We've lost so many merchants in the previous weeks. I'm sure you've heard from our dear seller here, Ursa Major. It's been, longtime resident of the town of Castoff, but unfortunately, we've lost some of our best merchants. We've lost our guards as well, because after we've been hit by the thieves, the others couldn't keep up, and our protection only gotten worse. We couldn't keep paying off our guards. You here to help with that situation, from what I understand?
Yes.
In exchange? For a bunch of carrots. Like a lot of carrots.
A lot of carrots.
The ones on the ground.
Oh, we can't.
Correct.
So not our coffers. Our carrots.
Carrots. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
the orange stick things.
I can work with this. This is this is fantastic. Okay. I can do that. Carrots. Okay. And he starts doing some his own calculations and whips out a notebook. If we can push this next month's harvest, I think we can strum up enough carrots. All the carrots in the town? What are you gonna even do with all of that?
Just 10.
Honestly, not all the carrots. That's too much.
10 seasons worth of carrots.
No,
No, just 10. Literally
10.
10 numbers
Well,
of carrots.
I mean, how many carrots do we
At
think
least
Darla
one.
can
I
eat?
feel
At
like
most 10.
Darla will definitely want more carrots each day.
Yeah. But I don't think 10 like harvests worth of carrots that's too much. I think.
How about 1 carrot a day for a year?
Ooh.
But like,
How about that?
we want it once a day.
Well, how about a bushel of carrots a day? I feel like that we could do that, right?
Okay. Well,
Isn't a bushel a lot of
I can
carrots?
tell you that most of our vendors and our market attendees, they come into town because, you know, we here at Castoff are known for historic goods. Anything pre-owned, something with history. It's likely why it's such a popular start with adventurers. They come in with whatever spoils of battles or quests, and they sell it off here. How about we cut it halfway? You get the second day's pick of carrots, whenever we have them available, specially packed just for you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Darla, how do you think that is? I'm gonna look very deeply into her eyes.
Operator,
And
please.
I try to speak in Lamise again.
Yeah, okay.
Which we established you can't speak, Zephron can, but I'm sure the message is relayed. And kind of on note, the supervisor of this town, this satyr, he lets you know that within the next 2 hours, they expect the initial wave of customers to come in. The vendors will have been all set up for them, and in the past week, this is in particular between the hustle and bustle and the different waves of crowds coming in, is usually when the most of the thefts happen. So, where do you guys want to set up to keep an eye out for things?
That is a good question. Ursa Major, you got any place you could recommend for us?
Ursa Major knows that they have to stand by their stall. If I would keep an eye out for the thefts, well, if I have to think about it, the general store got hit some days ago. That would be here. And if I remember correctly, 2 weeks before that, we had poor Isa Nahas and her potion shop get hit once more as well. But it's always hard to tell. Whenever you have thieves, you want to keep an extra eye out here by the weapon sellers. It can honestly be anywhere. That's why we keep getting hit again and again.
Well,
Wow.
I got no expertise in this area. Hey, how about you?
Maybe.
Well,
Ooh. What do you think, Hey?
I mean,
Sorry, I thought you were saying hey as in hey to someone, but I forgot their name.
I can see
Yeah.
that. I think it every time I say that.
I get it all the time.
Nah.
Well, I think that the optimal place for us to set up probably has a nice tree next to it. Maybe we'll see some butterflies or some flowers. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
all the places, nearly everywhere has a tree by it.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, we got that part
shoot.
covered.
Is there any baked goods nearby?
Do we each go to a separate place and make sure we cover every place?
I mean, that's a good idea.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
brilliant. I've never even thought about that. Huh.
I can go to the weapons
So,
spot.
yeah. So, yeah, you guys can basically disperse as you need to.
I called dibs on general store.
All right, and general store was up here. The weapons spot was down here.
I guess I'll go potions.
Potions was down here. And hey, where would you like to go? We have, if you're looking for a shady spot, I'd probably recommend, with like, I guess some animals, up here is also pretty good. If you want to go past pockets.
But this little sword shop fellow looks so cute.
Yeah, you can head on over.
Ooh.
So are you joining Bob there to keep watch?
I think
You
I'll
can
join
divide up
Bob.
as much as you like, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
if I
hiding
join
behind
you,
this
Bob.
tree.
Oh,
Tree.
alright. I'll hide too. That's pretty good. I like this. I've never played hide and go seek. They're just overjoyed.
I love you so much.
Oh boy.
Okay. So is everybody in the place they'd like to be?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get my character there, and it's just.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
is it
drag you
stuck?
over. 1 second.
Oh yeah, it could be the fence here. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Should be able to go over here now.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, the first crowds start to enter the market area of Castoff. And you're keeping a keen eye out for things. Is there anything in particular your characters are doing to keep a vantage point?
I think Bob is just like hiding behind a tree and just eyes focused on the weapon, just see if anyone's hands reach out to grab something.
Pockets is sitting in front of the general store with like their hat down, trying to do like that thing where it looks like they're sleeping, but they're wide awake.
Perfect. And hey, about yourself?
Oh right, yeah. Oh boy. I feel like Hey is maybe having a little bit too much fun with the idea of hide and go seek.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just like waits for Bob to just like get really focused, and then he'll go and he'll hide in the bush
Hey.
and see if it like he can hide from Bob.
So I think Bob is like looking and says, hey, do you see anything suspicious? Hey, what? Hey.
He's like, oh, got you.
Hey, you had me worried. Okay,
Oh,
we're on a
sorry.
mission.
All right. Okay, what are we doing?
We're keeping an eye out for thieves, for anyone who might steal some of the weapons and get over here.
Right. Okay. Okay, I'll go over here. I'll hide in this bush. Don't forget.
Okay.
He just sits over here and watches the little bear guy. He goes, hey, and then tries to get his attention. Hey, can you see me?
Hey.
Zan, what are you doing by the bush? Are you keeping a keen eye out? Are you getting distracted?
I think I'm keeping a keen eye, and I probably would like to use one of my magics if I find a thief to
What
catch
is-
him.
Oh, okay. So you're like getting your spells ready.
Sorry?
You're getting your spells ready.
Yeah, I'm preparing my spells and kind of watching, and sort of when I see someone who is filching something, I would like to cast that spell.
All right. Okay. So the crowds filter in, shoppers coming in and out, and you can tell that everybody's a little bit skittish. People are not, lingering as much as they normally are. And vendors themselves, too, are losing customers, almost standing in front of their tables, like trying to keep an eye out for the thieves. They've just been hit so many times at this point that business is really taking a turn. You can understand why you got charged the way you did before. And Bob and Hay, you guys hear it first. You hear the loud crack, "Stop! Thief!" And you hear a tumbling as someone crashes through a cart and you see a huge puff of smoke appear right here. And in its wake, you see slimes emerge from the wave of dust. And we are going into battle. So the way that battle works here in Ryuutama is kind of like it would in a Final Fantasy game. Things are going to suddenly switch over, and you guys will be in the same area on one side, the enemies on the other.
Okay.
So let me pull you over. Yes. So I'm going to pull everybody into this position because it is combat time.
Oh.
Yeah. And we will go over initiative in 1 second.
I have to say classic
in pockets?
JRPG kind of line.
Exactly. It's like the screen shifts. And then you see it.
Incredible.
Yeah. And let me show the regions right here. So in yellow, we have 2 sections here. We're going to have people who are front and back. You have 5 options in Ryuutama combat. You can choose to move from front to back. You can choose to use magic, assess the situation, defend, attack, kind of your basics. If you are in the front area, then you can use, close range kind of melee. If you're in the back area, you can use long range. You will not be attacked by people in the first range. Since you, Bob, and you, Hay, saw the creatures first and were closest, you will be in this front area.
Okay.
And
Oh, no.
the slimes will be in this back area.
Okay.
All right. And let's roll some initiative. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So you roll initiative by rolling your dexterity plus your intelligence. And if you want to combine those rolls, you can do that in the chat box or with the dice roller in the center. And I'll be
So
rolling for these
So-
dudes
And
separately.
intelligence.
Dex and
Yeah.
intelligence. Got it.
And that'll determine where you fall in the initiative order.
Ooh. So I rolled a 9.
Ooh, very nice.
5.
I got a 7.
Alrighty. So let me reorder it. Who got the 9? Bob?
God, I'm great at
Yep.
this.
Perfect. And let
3
me-
total.
Alrighty. To initiative. Okay. So I'm just gonna go top down and have you guys call it out for us so that everybody listening can also know what it's like. So top of the order is Bob with a 9. Did anyone score higher than 9? Nope. Okay. And then do we have between like 9 and 5?
I got a 7.
A 7? Okay. So Zaffron, I'm gonna pick you up. And between like 5 and 1, what do we got?
Oh, I got 5.
You got 5 hit?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
In pockets, what about you? Same thing?
Pocket's got 3.
Pockets got 3.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
fixing all your stuff.
And thank you. And I'm gonna. The big slime got up there, and little slime is right after you, Bob. Perfect. All right, Bob, make your first move.
So Bob is not much of a fighter. So I think he's gonna. What will he do? So you said a turn is an act. You can just do an action.
So you can change where you want to move. So you can go to the back area or the front area. You can cast magic. You can. 1 second, let me pull this up for you so that you have a reference guide. So movement, magic. You can assess the situation. So if you want to roll for initiative again for any reason, you can also do that. And you can go totally on the defense. So like if anyone does hit you while you're in defense mode, the damage you receive is reduced by 1, and you can also choose to become like a target, and you can attack as well.
Okay. I'm gonna back up. I want to change positions and go to the back. I'm a healer. I stay in the back and stay away from confrontation. So yeah, I think that's gonna be how I want to spend my turn. To just move to the back.
You go to the back. All right, feel free to put yourself.
I am locked.
You are locked. Why is that?
Is it? Oh, you have to go back in initiative.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have to start it again?
Or
Yeah,
go back.
there we
There
go.
we go. Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep going in the initiative order until we reach you, so that you can move. There you go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah,
now we're in
I'm
the correct
gonna-
order.
Move back. So I'm in a back position so that I'm in touching range of everyone in front of me and I guess beside me as well, but as far away from the slimes as possible.
Perfect. And let me just make sure that slime is in there, because the big slime is moving right after you, and they are just oozing into the crevices of the road around you, and they actually move up towards this like vendor here who's been cowering behind their stall, freaking out. This potion maker is just tossing glass bottles towards the slime, and it takes a move against the slime. Let me roll for that. Ooh, and that's not good. It rolls a 6. It absorbs up this villager here. He is half in the slime and half out. And the more he kind of like rushes to escape out of it, the more he gets stuck in its mouth. And up next in the order is Pockets, I believe? Or did Pockets roll? Yeah.
So, I have a saber, and I just want to cut the slime in half. Is that a roll with my strength? Strength in what?
That would be, so you're gonna first roll to make sure it hits, which is strength and dex, and then you're rolling for strength.
Strength and dex, and then strength, thank you.
Yep. So just like D&D in that way.
Yeah.
So let's see, but you are in the back area, so you have to move up first in order to make that move next. You can't do both.
Okay, I forgot movement was a thing. I'm gonna keep my little annoyed sign on my character.
Up, not all the way up. Yeah, just back there.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you have just rushed over to the combat area. You are, huffing and puffing as you've come all the way down from the general store and just getting up to speed as you watch the slime half swallow up this vendor who was next to you guys. And next in the order would be the tiny slime, which somehow disappeared.
Yes, it is. I have disappeared.
Invisible slime.
It is an invisible slime.
It's weird. It's an invisible slime. Let me place that slime one more time so that we can actually see it in the initiative order. 1 second, guys. There you go. So
Look
now,
at it.
now he's
Now we see
automatically
it.
added.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this slime moves up and actually rejoins the bigger slime. And as a result, this slime gets bigger.
Ooh.
This slime is now reaching up. As the small slime is rejoined, it's up to the chest of this villager who is just screaming bloody murder at this point. It's a foul smell aerating the whole area. And up next in the initiative order would be... did I get that right? Would it be Zephyrin or Hay?
I got a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be Zephyrin.
Yeah.
All right, Zephyrin, what do you do?
So I think I'm gonna do my incantation that I was planning to use for the thieves, and instead, I'm gonna do Briar No on the slimes in that area. And basically, from what I can understand from the spell, will everyone in the target area will receive a -2 penalty to initiative starting next round.
Oh, okay. Noted. So I'm gonna
So
jot
it's
that down.
equal.
-2 initiative.
That's interesting.
So that we remember it for next time. Perfect. All right, and then up next, that means it's you, Hay.
Amazing. So, I am just gonna run on up I say, oh, hey! And I run up to the big slime.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna hit it with my axe.
Just so you know, there is a guy in there, so
Oh.
make sure. Let's
Right.
really hope you're rolling accurately. Okay.
It's a big slime.
It's a big
Lots of
slime.
slimes.
It's a big
It's a
slime.
big slime. I'm
Okay.
gonna aim for.
So you're rolling
that.
strength plus dex to make sure it hits, and then you'll roll for strength for damage.
Okay, got it. Got it. Strength plus dex. That is. Okay, so that's the hit, right?
Okay. Yep. That
Okay.
hits.
Whew.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
That
You
hits.
just
That
stabbed
hits.
him. It's like-
I didn't kill a person. Cool.
The vendor looks at you and is like, "What are you doing? No, God!" And as you just cleanly slice like a deli cut some of the slime off, and it splits off into a smaller slime that like dissolves into the ground.
Ooh, okay. So I just basically killed that small slime. Amazing.
You didn't
Oh, wait,
kill
I-
it. You killed
right.
part of it.
Right, yeah.
So you
Did I
see
roll
it
damage?
shrink down. Oh crap! You're right. What do you roll for damage? My bad.
So I think
But it
it's
does hit.
strength plus 1, I think, is what I rolled.
Yes.
Okay.
I still.
Okay, that's still
yeah.
very good. So
7
that's-
damage, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 8
Okay.
damage
So
plus plus 1. So
you definitely
Full
get like a
damage.
proper
Yeah.
proper slice off of it. It like fizzles down and melts into the crevices, and the guy is like horrified at what has just happened. He's been swallowed up by a slime. He sees a cow coming at him with an axe. He's not having a good day, you know. Just a
Does-
lot
does
of
he-
information at once for this dude.
Does he look hurt or just like in distress right now?
There's like singed patches from like this acidic substance. It doesn't seem like he's entered like the slime's mouth, which is where the majority of damage happens, but he's like
Okay.
a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So up next in the order would be Bob. Bob, what would you like to do?
Honestly, everyone's doing great. You know, everyone's doing wonderful. No one's hurt. So I think he's just gonna stay back. And yeah, all of my spells are healing spells. I'm not very useful right now.
Do you have like a
so he's
bardic
gonna-
inspiration version? I don't know.
I
I've
do.
never played a
I don't-
killer.
Yeah, I think that's more like a mirror thing. Yeah, I don't think I have
Yeah.
anything. So I'm just like,
Do you want to
sitting in
heal
the
the
back.
dude? I mean, like you haven't assessed him from how far away you are, but
I think I'm too scared. I think Bob was like, you're doing great. Don't, wonderful. Just keep going. I'm here if you need me. And I'm just gonna spend my time doing nothing and just watching.
yeah. So next up in the initiative is this big slime that is seeing how you've just taken a huge chunk out of it, hey, and immediately spits out this glob of acidic green. You don't even know what it is. Fumes have like filled up your nostrils. So let me roll for this guy. Does a 6 hit for you? Hit your armor? For you, hey?
You're muted.
Megan, we can't hear you, bud.
Oh, yes, hello. Armor, where is that one at?
Let me pull it up for you. 1 second.
Okay.
So for you, Oh, actually, sorry. Enough for armor. It has to beat your initiative, and you rolled higher than a 6, right?
Yeah, no, I rolled a 5, so lower.
Oh, so it does hit you. And now let me roll for damage. Oh no! It hits you for 4 points of acidy, fiery damage. It takes a big chunk out of your leg, and like turns whatever fabric it touched into this like awful smoldering mess, and leaves your leg kind of burned up. So mark that health for me.
All right.
And up next in the order, as you see, hey, take this hit, is you, Pockets. Got something in your
don't-
pockets for us?
Oh, yes. Don't worry about them clothing there. I'll fix that after. I got you, Fram. Now, you there, slime. You have to understand that in order to make some good pockets, some eggs have to be broke. Oh, that's not the saying. In order to make some good pockets, you gotta sew a lot of things. Oh, I have this ready in my head. For some reason, it's just... Anyways, and, they're going to attack with their saber that they just casually wear on their hip all the time.
Amazing.
So you need a 1d6. I always forget that 1. I'm still not doing it. Oh my goodness. Let's take caps lock off.
Yeah, try that. But also you can use your dice roller in the center of the screen.
Yeah.
5 plus...
So a 5 does not hit this slime.
Oh, I have to add my dex still, but I opened up the
Oh,
dice
okay,
roller
never mind.
to make this easier. But it's just thinking.
It's just thinking.
Yeah. Got a lot of thoughts to process. Got this little old laptop that, it's really doing its best.
Aw.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, in the meantime, Pockets
I
is
could check
still
real quick.
shouting nonsense. Could somebody else roll a d8 for me, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thank you.
we can do that.
I can do that. 4.
So that's a total of 9.
If a 9 hits that slime, how do you go about it? Because it's a giant acidic gelatinous thing. And you're coming at it with a needle. So how does this look like?
I know to shear off the top of its head. That's the least acidic area, and it's really good for pocket making materials.
Now, roll for damage. So that's just strength.
6. Let me know if that did roll. Clicked it this time. Oh, I'm adding them to pools. I see what's happening.
Yeah, of course. Just gotta go ahead and click it to add it,
Dice
and then
roller
click the
does not
top
love
right.
me.
That's okay. Do you want us to roll for you?
Yes, please.
So that was a D6, did you say?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's a 2.
Oh. I just
Not
shave off the top of its hair.
With a 2.
Yeah.
The villager who's inside has been able to wrangle their leg out and scramble backward behind the vendor stall in abject horror as another person has come to slice at him as well. So let's just leave him there. And the slime growls loudly and shakes around as it becomes even smaller, leaking into the market area. And the bit of acid that has hit the floor is now eating up at the wood and causing a small fire by this potion stall. And who is up next in the order? I believe that's Zephyron, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to use my ability music, and if I'm successful, I spend 1 HP, and all party members will get a +1 on their next roll.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
So everybody get +1.
So I guess I roll some dice. And my total is a 9. And
Total is a 9.
I have my used uncool instrument, which I'm going to say is the bagpipes, and I'm just going to blow, and all that huffing and puffing just tires me out and takes 1 hit point off of me.
Oh
Oh my god. You took it 1 HP. Oh no. But everyone is inspired by your valiant sacrifice as the sounds of this bagpipe echo through the whole marketplace. A crowd is now forming around the area you guys are fighting. There's a potion seller getting medical attention now. There's a stall on fire. Things have really escalated for the group that showed up to this town asking for carrots. All right, up next in this order is Hey. Hey, what are you doing? You are closest to the flames, closest to the slime at this point.
I am, I've got an axe. But I'd say that I also have a shovel, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say that I'm gonna try and scoop at this slime.
That's
Just
great.
gonna go like a really kind of a digging arc,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna attempt it. So
Yeah. So
strength.
that's strength plus dex. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Strength plus dex. Roll. 8. Plus 1, right?
That hits.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
of the
9.
song.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Zephron's bagpipes echo through your ears. And what did you roll for damage?
So that was strength plus 1. So 7.
All right, let me know, how do you sink this shovel into this slime?
Okay, so the person's out of the way, right? So
Yes, they've scrambled off and they've gotten
Okay.
medical help, yeah.
So I will kind of scoop it up in my shovel and then kind of sploop it down onto the ground. Just kind of like pick it up and like kind of
Half its
crash it
face
down onto the
melts
ground.
off and it goes at you, and the rest of its horrible acidic mouth like spills goo all across the area here, and you watch it like dissolve into the crevices of the ground, becoming smaller and smaller and disappearing. All that's left is smoldering goo, and horrible vapors and sulfurous smells fill your nose up. And just as you do so, and the crowd cheers for you guys as they realize that the slime is over, but out of the corner of your eye, you hear, wait, look, there he goes! And you see someone stumble out of a window.
Oh
And
no!
they look like this. And now we are going to do very quickly some travel checks to see if you guys can keep up with what's happening in front of you.
Oh.
All right. Who here has the highest strength, real quick?
Not me.
That would be Hay. Probably.
Hay? All
the,
right.
the attacker on the team.
Oh, I have a D6.
Hey!
My street strength's higher than I thought.
Mine is D8.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Hey, then that means you are the first to spot this. As you've sunken the shovel into the slime, and you are looking proudly at your work, your proper farmer bred and born biceps, able to acknowledge, able to accomplish that fight for you. It's you who notices it first, as a Neko goblin stumbles out of a window of another shop and starts booking it towards the north of the town. All right, everybody, I want you to do strength plus dex for me.
Ooh,
Hey,
fun.
you go first because you are the first to notice.
Okay, so just Dex, did you say?
Strength and dex together.
Strength and
We're
Dex,
doing
yeah.
something called a travel check.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And let's change up this music.
8. Ooh.
And if everyone can get their strength plus dex ready, that would be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, my dex is bad. My dex is really bad. Oh, I love this music.
Me too.
Oh my God.
So around you, the vendors are cleaning up the rest of the mess. They're seeing how is seeing like how the slime kind of like burned down the building, burned down the stall. I mean, they're stamping out the rest of the flames with their feet, and you're seeing them like, wait, no, there he goes, and they're pointing in the direction of a singular Neko goblin who's the only person in the market who's facing one way while everybody else was faced your fight. So if once you guys have that travel check ready for me, let me know.
I got mine.
I got it ready.
All right. Hey, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, you're first up. What was your travel check?
8.
8. Okay. With an 8. What are you? Oh, shoot. Okay, so you just barely noticed this Neko goblin jumping out of this window, and just instinctually you book it after this guy. So he is running about this town, right? So you are booking after this time. What are you doing as you call over your shoulder to try to get the rest of the team's attention? How are you chasing this guy down?
I said, hey, this is how we're gonna get carrots, guys. And then I start running. And but I look over at Darla, who seems to be very strategically placed. I say, hey, Darla, stop him. I don't know if Darla will. Can we like roll to see if Darla would?
So on your character sheet, you picked a personality for your animal. What is the personality for Darla?
That would be, I believe, bad listener or
Oh no!
Literally the one thing we can't have her be right now.
bad attitude. Sorry, does not follow your owner's commands.
Okay, so with a bad attitude, oh, you know what? Roll. Does it come with like a description of like -1 to anything, -2 for anything?
Oh no, it just straight up does it.
Just
everybody still has a
commands.
+1.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Darla turns her
right,
head.
I see it. It says it says time, like my modifier is 0.7. I'm not sure
Okay.
what that means, but it means lower. That's what it means.
So I don't know what to do with a 0.7, and since this is a one shot, it's probably like not going to matter as much. But Darla swivels her head in your direction, keeps chewing on the 8 other carrots that you have kept with her, and goes right about their way. This Neko goblin leaps over Darla and keeps booking it up the stairs towards the general store that you, B, were previously keeping an eye out for. What was your travel check?
2.
With a 2, with a 2, you whipped your head towards wherever like Hay was booking it to, and immediately slip in that awful slime goo that was on the floor. And I want you to look at your character sheet and check off a condition that you will have for the rest of the day.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. So you can look at your conditions under like the stats and equipment sheet. And what condition would you like to pick? You can do injury, exhaustion, poison. I think those work. Shock and sickness as well.
I'm gonna go poison.
Okay,
Fan.
so you just got a awful mouthful of that.
I got
that
a mouth.
goo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
pockets
And
are
it is
protected,
all up
though.
in there, right up your nose. You'll be like trying to shoot it out for the rest of the day. And then afterwards, Zafran, what was your role?
My roll is an 8.
Hey.
With an 8, you are closely behind Hay. You are just seeing this this Neko goblin book it up the stairs, and you're actually getting some pretty good headway on him. How are you keeping pace as you're watching him throw barrels behind him, you know, pushing aside other vendors, pushing aside customers in the marketplace?
I feel like I am trying to find the cool spots and let the wind kind of back my step. and kind of feeling all my natureiness that I have, and yeah, that's how I'm keeping pace. And if I can, I'm going to try to entangle or slow this goblin down with some magic if I can.
Yeah, so with an 8, you definitely can. What do you do?
My wonderful, hey, no, stop, and Briar, no.
This Neko Goblin whips their head around, and just as they're about to reach the steps up to the general store, they instantly tumble on backwards as you hit them with that spell. And then lastly, Bob. Yeah, let me jot that down.
For 6 rounds.
Bob, how are you keeping up with this? What was your travel check?
Let's see. A 9.
Oh damn, the highest one yet. You are booking it down. You are a goddamn Olympic sprinter, all right, making your way down. He's throwing barrels behind him, and you are like a gazelle leaping over them. How will you try to apprehend this Neko Goblin?
So I think while he's running, I don't know how long this group has been together, but if they've been at least a couple of adventures together. Actually, no, we just introduced ourselves in the last game. So I think on his travels, he's noticed that he moves before he thinks. So he's kind of running, and it's like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm physically not a fighter. I don't know what I'm expecting myself to do. He jumps over a cart when I catch up with this guy, but I guess I'm going. And he just keeps running, and he's just kind of because I legitimately have no spells that are offensive. He's just gonna try and dive at them. It's probably the best he can do. Just try and dive, and if he can't grab them, at least knock their leg, as they run, tap the back of their leg, so their leg kind of trip over themselves.
Yeah. He is sliding around the corner store, down an alley no one really noticed up until this point, and books it into a home up in the corner section of the area. And you guys are all making it up here at various speeds. And with that, we are going to take a quick break as the Neko Goblin escapes you. All right, let's head back in, let's say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? What would you guys prefer?
10 minutes.
10 minutes sounds good. Yeah.
10 minutes? All right, see you guys in 10. And let's see where that Neko Goblin went.
See you in 10.
And we are back. We're back, baby. Hello, everybody. And we are doing Ryuutama one-shot. Just got back from break. Super excited to get back into it. Our adventurers what have you done? You've gone into carrot debt. The ones that you get from the ground. Actually, I guess they're both kind of carrots you get from the ground, right? You mine gems.
Sure, yeah.
So you're in debt for carrots. You've set up surveillance. You've just nearly caught that thief who has slipped into this old, dilapidated warehouse in front of you. And as you guys enter into this warehouse, you see where he's gone.
Ooh.
Oh, heck. We gotta catch that person.
Okay, well, give me a sec. I need to catch my breath.
I feel like this became a really, really advanced hide-and-go seek game. It's kind of fun. There's no... Hay is surprisingly fit. They're very round in every sense of the word, but they're not winded at all in this moment. They're like, oh, this is fun. Guys, let's go.
Does anybody have any water? My tongue was poisoned, and they stick out their tongue, and it's green.
I can make you feel like you just came from a really good vacation.
Okay, that is an option. If anybody knows how to heal poison, that would also be a solution.
Go ahead.
I can cure you, I guess. Hold on, give me a sec. And he's gonna walk
I'll
over.
heck out my tongue.
What can I do? So you're poisoned. Do I have anything that can fix poison?
Do you?
I don't
Yeah,
think I
no,
do.
the
I have like
mechanics
HP
I
stuff.
have-
My life.
The mechanics I
Yeah.
have is you get a +2 bonus to the condition, so that might help you recover.
I think
It
that
is
does.
a negative condition.
I think if it gives you a positive, then you get rid of your
That makes sense.
poison. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, so I think Bob would be like,
I don't know.
I don't think I can do anything about this.
Just gonna have to hold on
that.
to that.
Saffron, you seem probably better at this kind of stuff than I am.
Okay, so where would you like to go? What is relaxing for you? And I start to try to do this like meditative thing, to kind of get in the headspace. It's like, what is vacation for you, Pockets?
Oh, well, it's probably being surrounded by sheep and like those sheep things that make wool out of the sheep fur, and then watching that get turned into yarn, and then watching that get turned into string, 'cause that's definitely the process. And then taking that string and making the best darndest pockets you have ever seen.
Okay. That's usually people ask for, like, I don't know, a water near a beach or something,
Oh,
but I can work with
nonsense.
this. I can work
Yeah.
with this, and I start casting a vacation white owlethy, and you see around you sheep starting to, like, you know, like counting sheep for sleeping, but now they're just kind of walking around, and their wool is like a little spool for thread that is forming a pocket above your head.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll be
And
down.
your health and cheer rise as if you had just returned from a refreshing vacation, and you receive a +2 bonus to your condition.
Amazing.
All right. So you guys see this this wagon hastily shoved out of the way, clearly with with you guys like right on his tail. This Neko goblin was not able to cover up their path below. As they jumped into this hole, they even left their grappling hook behind. Do you follow them down?
Guys, we're gonna miss them. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, could you go
I'm
ahead?
okay.
You got really, really fast legs. I was very surprised.
My grandpa always said that.
I think we're still in initiative, by the way, so we can't be.
Oh, okay, my
Oh,
bad, my
right.
bad. Let me take you out of initiative. And with that, this wagon that's bright blue is now a portal. If you guys want to click on it,
Oh, so cool.
Let's go.
And
Yeah,
you
that's how we travel
descend
from scene to scene. With cool portals.
into the tunnels below.
Portal, portal, portal.
Portal, portal. All right. So you guys land kind of roughly into this dank, dark cave. Does anyone have a set of matches on them? A set of candles? Anybody have that in their pack or can conjure it?
See if
I can
I'm
conjure it.
useful.
Okay.
But you can
Want to
also...
check your
Ooh.
pack?
Yeah, no, do it.
You can conjure fire?
Yeah. I can
Alright,
conjure
so
pure
I'm-
crystal light.
Ooh.
Crystal light too. What is
Yeah.
crystal light?
So
I'm
for
actually
12
going-
hours,
Yep.
I can touch a part of a tool that emits light, and I can do tap on, tap off.
Oh my
So
God,
I
it's a
can target
flashlight.
one tool.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So it costs
So I'm
me
gonna turn this on for you and turn on this light. What color would this crystal light be?
I'd say it would be sort of that golden yellow orangish hue of saffron.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. And as you take hold of this geode that you just kind of rip off the side of the cave wall, it starts to shimmer and glow. And so if you click on that, it should be pick upable now. So your character can carry it around as a light.
Ooh.
And
This is
you guys, that faint circle indicates that you are in stick together mode, which means you can't spread out your party too far at this point.
I'll stay close to the behind so that, you know, we're lighting the way forward and not in front of us.
Yeah.
Well, buckle up my pocket. I am impressed.
Oh,
Guys,
Oh,
look at this.
whoa,
Look at over here. Oh,
what's this?
Hello there, mushroom person.
Is that a
Nope,
person?
okay.
Oh,
Might just be a
hello?
mushroom.
Oh wait, no,
This
that's
little
definitely
shadowy
a
guy.
just a
person.
little bat creature poking its head around, keeping its eyes at you transfixed. It doesn't really mind your presence, and you're not really sure if it sees you.
Are you interested in any pockets? I would love to trade a pocket for one of these swords here. I think that would be darn brilliant. I got a pocket in the color of the sky when it's really dark and about to storm. If that is helpful.
This creature just keeps bobbing along, vibing, if you will.
Vibing.
Well, I'm right.
I take one of my pieces of hay and try and tickle its nose.
Do you know where its nose is in your
No,
animal
I just
handling
wave.
ability?
I just wave it in his face a little.
At this, like, you see the piece of hay enter into that shadowy space, and you are surprised that it keeps going. And when you pull it out, it's just a nub.
Oh,
Well,
So maybe don't stick your
Oh.
finger in.
I do
This
not want to
little
do
guy.
business with them anymore.
I bet this guy could eat so much.
He just hops on along and skitters underneath one of the caves in the cavern walls, and essentially disappears.
Oh, okay. Have a good
Robbie.
evening. Or day. I can't really remember. We're in a cave now.
So what is
Yeah.
all this stuff, huh?
Oh,
I
looks like
don't
treasure.
know. There's some
These
weird
look like
sea
Seems like
orange
the
things.
stolen
mushrooms.
stuff.
You guys can take a closer look by rolling your intelligence if you feel like this is something you should recognize.
I think I'm gonna check out this like cauldron. It's got like purple stuff in it. I'm just curious to know what it is.
Yeah. How do you want to investigate it?
He's gonna vibe check it. You know, I think he's very in tune with magic. So just
So
gonna check the
vibe
aura
check, I
just
think,
like-
is a spirit roll.
Feels about right.
Do you actually want to just roll?
Yeah.
So I don't know what. So I guess in this case, it's like, are you trying to just use your intuition? You're not trying to
Yeah, I
like
think
dig
it's
in
like-
for your book smarts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's trying to be
Um,
like, what is it? Like he doesn't want to taste it because, like, for all he knows, it could be poisonous. But kind of like from
Yeah.
the smell and I guess stuff like that. What can he sense from this? Can he see like some kind of
Yeah.
magical aura or anything like that? Is it just
Does Bob
mundane?
have like an arcane background of some kind?
Yes, he was a royal healer.
Okay, so as a royal healer, I mean, right off the gate, you know this isn't like the acid you encountered in the marketplace. This is a very intentionally crafted potion, and this isn't something too high up. You've probably made this during your mage exams and things like that. It's a pretty standard like poultice that you treat on like animals and stuff. And actually, when you were going through the market, you definitely noticed this being sold up in the market as well. So this is
Interesting.
this is stuff from the market.
Okay, so this is like stuff from the market. I was probably like pulled out of the bottle back into. Okay.
And you can
Okay.
see, some pots, some pans, the same sort of like secondhand items that the market prides itself in.
Interesting. I think we might have found the hoard of the thief.
All of this? Really? That's not nice.
Yeah.
But what happened to the guy we were chasing?
Ooh, That's a
want to
really
find
good
him.
question. Yeah. Wait. Well, wait. There's not much light outside of.
Is this another game of hide and go seek?
I. There wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay? I don't really know.
I don't. I mean, I guess it motivates her, so I don't think we should just let her think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zephyrin, are you stuck a bit? Do you want me to pull you over?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 second. There might have been some obstacles in your way. And you sort of like trip over the different mushrooms, can't really find your footing, stick your foot straight into this awful, like, tepid water. It's not a great feeling.
This is not
And
gonna wash out.
as you crawl up the cave,
There's a bat.
you in the dark, hey, you hit something solid and furry in front of you.
Oh, you're it. Please, go ahead.
God damn it.
I love Pace so much.
Shit, alright. I'm sorry, I keep like losing the voice I'm about to go to. No, you are. And there's a bit of light as you come closer, Zaffron. You realize that Hay just walked into a much, much taller necrogoblin than what you faced before. And she is this tall, menacing, eye patch looking character who her fur bristles all over as she stands in your path leading into the cave opening. And you can't quite see past her shoulders, but you are aware you are not alone. There are other necrogoblins in this space. And she says, "Stay where you are."
Barley.
Freeze.
Why? Hi.
Hi.
We're here to. Are you involved with the thievery that's been going on around here? We saw a whole horde of stuff down there. I just want to make sure that you're not just like living here, or if you actually are involved with the thefts.
And as you hear the word thief, you hear laughter echoing across the halls, and you realize, yeah, you're definitely not alone here.
I hadn't
more
said a joke
necrogoblins
yet.
walk forward. Thieves? You call us thieves?
Yeah, I mean, technically, it wasn't me. It was someone that I won't name who we convinced to let us stop the thieves for carrots.
I don't understand the little words that come out of your little body, but I do understand the word thief. You adventurer, I'm assuming?
You can say
I'm
that,
a farmer.
I'm sure
just
you
looking for a
passed
cool
by
place.
a cool place? Well, it's quite cool down here.
I can see it's very nice and cool.
But this isn't a place for you. Now run up, back to your little market, back to your little journey, and we can continue as we do here. Your story doesn't have to end here, traveler.
If I may, I'm a bit of an entrepreneur. You know, I'm trying to do a bit of a startup business. You know, sell some pockets. My name is Pockets. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope someday we could perhaps do business. But in order for me to do business, I do have to be able to participate in a functioning economy. And typically that doesn't mean that half of the things that are going to be sold on a marketplace get pilfered or borrowed for eternity, because that just makes the prices go up, and then I can't sell pockets because nobody ain't want to buy no pockets for 5 gold. Do you see my predicament?
And it's at this point where tall Neko Goblin steps forward that another Neko Goblin comes forward and puts a hand on her chest. He's like, I will take this. If I understand this correctly, what we are doing is thieving to you. Now, can I ask, why are you not called thieves yourselves? It's funny where we choose to begin the story. Where do you think all those market items come from? The same items that you travelers bring into those towns.
Um,
Do you
Store
not
or like a
come
smithy?
forward?
Well, my grandpa.
Do you not
Grandpa.
come forward with the swords and the armor of those you defeated? Of the potions and coin that you pilfer from kinds like us?
I mean, at least I can't speak for all adventurers, but I've only ever stolen from thieves who attacked me. So it's kind of like paying for the labor of me having to defeat them. I took my compensation.
Compensation sounds good. I see that you only attack people who've confronted you. Well, we are in our home, and you're here. So what does that mean for us? And 2 other goblins step forward.
I actually said, don't twist my words, I only attack people who attacked me, not confront. Confrontation is very different and also can be very healthy depending on how you do it. You should never avoid confrontation where it needs to happen. And I think this is an exact situation where confrontation is necessary and it should not end in violence. I would rather it didn't end in violence.
Who
we
said
have
anything about violence?
Well,
The way
listen
you're
here.
stepping forward.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should all just take one moment here, you know. Maybe we can all just sit down. I'll make us some, what's
Sous
it?
salad.
Salad.
Oh, yeah,
We'll make us
it
some
is
salad. We'll just have
delicacy.
Is
a
your
moment.
friend struggling?
We'll just have some salad.
No,
It's
sous
soup
salad.
salad.
Haven't you heard of sous salad?
Salad.
This is what we're gonna do.
Oh.
You
Okay.
are gonna go back up the tunnel, leave the wagon where it was, and move on to the next little merry town that will hire you. And we will keep doing what we need to do to survive. You have your story, we have ours. Sounds
Um,
good?
Why can't you just do a startup as well? We're actually going to start a startup. This is actually why we're doing this whole thing in the first place. We're actually having
Would
a
y'all
startup where we're
like to
selling
buy
pockets.
shares? Yes, Bob is brilliant. If you want to buy some shares of this startup or perhaps get involved, Bob, what do you think?
I think that's a good idea. It's a good way to make money without having to do. I mean, this.
Yeah.
Do you think we brought our young here, our elderly here, as our first choice? Do you not think we attempted to sell in the town of Castoff? Well, they're known for Castoff for a couple different reasons. They cast off items that they want to sell, and they cast off people they don't want to sell to. People they will not allow to be sellers either. This is survival for us.
Wait,
And now it's your last decision. Walk out of that cave, or you won't be walking at all.
can I, before we make that decision, can I ask one question? Because I feel like we just arrived here. We have quite literally no context. We just want to sell pockets.
We just wanted a carrot, the one on the ground, not the jewels.
So why can't you sell up there? Why won't they let you?
Wouldn't you know as adventurers? When we go up to the town, they just see Neko goblins. They don't see merchants. They don't see entrepreneurs. You're lucky enough to carry these titles. We are simply cast away as just Neko goblins. We are a score to travelers like you.
How about this? Okay, I know. I just want you to be a heads up because a lot of people react very wildly when we tell them this, but we're with the Darla, the Darla, and it seems like the supervisor of the town and the I guess the person who's head of the um market union, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know the titles of it, but it seems like they're really big fans. So we could maybe use that to
Oh.
pacify them a little bit before we try and plead your case to have you be merchants and stuff up there. It doesn't seem fair that you're just hobgoblins, neko hobgoblins to them. So we could try, I guess, pleading your case so that you are allowed up there.
Let us be on your side. We think you're pretty neat, especially if you'll buy some of my pockets once we get pockets and pockets off the ground. What do you think, partners?
Let me debrief. We are a community down here. We don't just speak on each other's behalf. And they retreat into the cave for a bit. The taller Neko Goblin gives you some quite frightening looks over her shoulder. And you hear some arguments, some shouting. And then the Neko Goblin returns. And this time on his own. I want to believe you. You must understand this. But our people have been hurt by travelers like you more than once. Give us something to keep down here so that we know that you are sticking to your word. And we will come back up if you promise us protection. And we will speak to this market union supervisor that you speak of.
Zephyr, do you want to give up your bagpipes?
Wait, no, you make beautiful music with your bagpipes. Do you want to do it? I mean, I can just stay down here.
Oh, no, nonsense. We need your...
I have.
Yeah, it's okay. I know you don't. I was in the fight last time. I didn't really do anything.
I grab out of my pockets. I have. Oh man, no, this one's crushed. And he's like, they're grabbing tomatoes out of their pockets and out of their bag, and then I have some tomatoes. I grab a handful of hay out of one. Hay.
Wow.
I have. You could hold on to my shovel.
These are not terms I can take to my elders.
Shovel?
I can stay.
I
I
could
guess-
You
write
said you
your
had
story.
Wait, Dot.
Like
I mean-
the Darlo.
The
Darla?
Darla, but
Bring us the llama.
Oh,
I feel like the llama should consent to this.
Yeah,
Bring
she's got
us
a
the
will of her
llama.
own.
dear.
we'll talk to Darla and see if we can convince her. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. I'm starting to think that like fighting might actually be easier than this, but I think we should go for the peaceful route. Okay. We'll go find Darla and ask if she'd be okay with. I mean, I suppose I was gonna ask you, hey, if you're okay with this, but like, at least my short interactions I've seen between you and Darla, I think Darla doesn't care if you're okay with it.
They might be interested in the mushrooms here. She might be interested in the mushrooms here.
Hay
There's
goes.
so many pretty mushrooms.
Yeah.
Hay goes. Well, I feel like Darla does truly appreciate some political drama. And I feel like she really, really, really digs a lot of attention, you know? So I feel like she'll really kind of dig this vibe. I think she'll find it kind of flattering to be like a negotiation piece almost. Like I feel
Darla's
like
gonna
she
be a
kind of be into it.
hostage.
That's like real drama. I feel like she'll end up telling all of
Wow.
her llama friends about it and be like, "Hey, did you hear about the time I got kidnapped?" You know. And I feel
This is
like
why we
it'll just
respected
be
her.
it'll just be
She's a
another
good leader.
story. Yeah, it'll just
She
be another
understands
story.
sacrifice.
Yeah, I think she'd like it.
Okay, so I guess we can go head up,
seals
back up
it.
and find Darla.
Yeah, are we gonna
Um,
pretend to Darla like we're leading her somewhere nice, and then surprise, it's people
I
were
think we
trying
should
to
tell her
help.
the
We need
truth.
you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And just maybe upsell the mushrooms that are there. There were a lot of mushrooms of different types.
Yeah, the mushrooms and the attention that she's gonna get. I think we should upscale as much as
Drama.
possible. Yeah.
You can have a shroom feast.
All right. Well, I'll just go get her really quick. You guys just stay right there. Just give me one moment, actually.
Yeah, we can talk about our mushroom soup recipes while you go off to do that. Does Saffron, you got any like favorite mushroom soup recipes?
We can just say that you brought Darla down here. We don't need to do the whole transporting.
Okay. All right. We're gonna put
Hey,
a
Carrie's-
replacement.
We're gonna
That's
use
fine.
the power of
It's not
imagination.
the Darla, but is
It's
Darla.
Darla. Like you just see
It's
Hay
Darla.
coming down the rope with
Uh-huh,
Darla on
and
her back.
And Hay
on their
can do
back.
that. They are
Yeah.
very strong, so they just like bring Darla down, and then Darla. Oh, you can't inspect Darla to have the face.
We believe the
no.
face is there.
Operator, please zoom in to Darla's face.
Just zoom right in.
Zoom right in. And
Yes.
I'll bring some
doing
light.
it.
all right, so who's talking to her about this?
The Neko goblins make a path for Darla to actually roam free. They don't rope her off. And Darla enters forward and actually sits by these smaller Neko goblins here. Right here.
Ooh.
And the Neko goblin comes forward, and they're like, "We see that you have brought something precious to us, and we understand the sacrifice, and that is a language we can respect here, as Neko goblins. I will go forward with you, and we will see what you can do."
Okay.
Alright.
And you probably
go.
hear from Darla, someone in our party understands what
I think
Darla
it's
says,
Saffron.
right?
Yeah,
Just
Zephyr
that,
does.
yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, me, oh my, some political drama up in here. I will be sure to
Christ.
tell all of the farm animals all about it. Oh my goodness. Look at you all. Oh, that's the gist of it.
Yeah. And I repeat, so Darla is having the time of her life and is very happy to be the center of this political drama.
Alright,
She's
this makes
very
sense.
much the drama llama.
Yeah.
I am
The vision of pure joy I saw Megan's face like that. I've never seen like just a definition of happiness in that moment.
So good.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. Okay.
I'm being tested as GM today. So Neko Goblin walking right behind you. Hey, you're leading the charge outside the cave, and as you all step towards the light and it's blinding in front of you, another figure has been watching what's been happening over this story. If you can come here, operator, and we know that the Ryujin are always watching, and they make a significant note at this point in your story and cross out some other lines. And you guys are not aware of this. So get out of my vignette. This is backstory. This is
So
narration.
funny.
Just Zephyr and Zephyr and
I was
Poppy
leaving.
breaking the fourth wall.
And you guys head up to the market. And we'll make the
Incredible.
secret once more.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Just click that carp here and you'll go back up.
Yeah. So you can
wait,
also
that
click
goes
on
back
this
to-
center table.
Yeah,
And
that
then
one
it's-
goes
Okay.
back to the forest campsite.
Oh, it does? Whoops.
Yep.
Oh,
yep,
it does,
We'll,
yeah.
we'll,
my
we'll
bad.
just gotta click that rock again, you know?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
biggie.
Mhm. Yeah,
Rockin'
you'll
and
be back where
rollin'.
you started.
Back to the market.
I forgot to tell you I already set up the rock for you. And let me bring your Neko Goblin friend with you. Well, I don't know if he's your friends. He wouldn't call you friends.
Allies.
We're besties now, it's fine.
No big
Yes.
deal.
Yeah. And so this Neko Goblin who's with you is, you guys emerge into the sunlight again, and he is visibly nervous. Hair bristling up and down his back, and everyone in the crowded market looks over and is staring at you as you to make your way forward, kind of like forming a protective shield around him. As you walk through, people are about to clap for you as they saw you defeat the slime, and then stop mid-air as they see the Neko Goblin with you. And someone else throws a tomato your way.
I'm gonna put my face in the way and just
I wanna-
take it in the face.
I want to catch it if I can. But no,
You-
I'll let you
wait.
do that. I'll let
Yeah.
You
Bob
try
go.
to catch it. You are moving your head to catch it with your face intentionally. Is this what I
Yes,
understand?
I'm not I think he's fully aware of his capability to catch things with his hands, and he can't, so he's gonna just be the thing that it hits instead.
Can you
Incredible.
roll dexterity?
Ah, damn it.
I'm not gonna let you just have this.
Damn it,
Anyone
okay.
use their +1s I gave them forever ago?
I did.
Oh
I
yeah,
did.
you
I
do
used
have.
it for my
okay.
running.
Yeah, they did use it. They did use
Okay.
it. All right, I'm gonna also take this crystal away from you because you don't need it right now.
A 2.
So with a 2, the tomato comes flying from one of the stalls. You don't know who's thrown it, and because of where you're standing, it hits both of you essentially. Like comes off your shoulder, skids off, and hits the Neko Goblin as well. But in that moment, the fact that you tried, there is like that glint of solidarity in his eyes as it happens. And let me bring our friend the satire over. So you are walking him up, and some people are cheering for you, thinking that you caught the thief, and others are jeering, being like, get him out of town, throw him back caves where they belong. Oh, the travelers got him. The story's over. And some people are ready to congratulate you. And the satire comes back over. He says, you've caught our thief. I knew it was a Neko Goblin. Thank you so much.
No, there has been a mistake. We did not catch them.
Yeah.
We have brought them as a friend? Best friend?
Best
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, doesn't matter. We're actually here to negotiate on their behalf. Because from what we're understanding, you've been treating them very poorly.
Terribly.
They just wanted to be merchants here, and apparently you turned them away.
Repeatedly.
We turned away Neko Goblins. It's different. The reputation of my market rests in my hands. I can't just let anyone come through these walls. People will think they're about to be robbed.
Well, why
Because
specifically
they're-
Neko Goblins? They're just trying to make a living. They are entrepreneurs like you and I.
I would be
The only
personally very,
entrepreneurship
very
I understand
sad.
is thievery. We know this clearly when we turned them away. That's exactly what they went back to doing.
Well,
Okay, hold
I
that
feel like if you
thought.
don't,
Hay was about to say something. They are often rather quiet. We gotta give them some space.
I was just saying that if I were them, I'd be really, 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 really sad. If I wanted to make, if I grew some carrots, in the ground, they have a really nice place for that. And then I wanted to bring them to the market, just an honest person, growing some carrots. And then you guys said, no, you can't, because I don't like the way you look.
Hey,
That just
hey,
really
this is
makes me sad
hey,
to
this is
hear.
hypothetical. It's not actually happening to you. It's okay. I'm sure you understand Hayes' point, though. They came to you to be honest merchants, and you turned them down. So I feel like they had very little choice after that.
And,
Gotta make a
and
living
if I
somehow.
and
Yes,
if
go
I
ahead.
recall my history, as I'm well traveled and well versed, many, many years ago, satyrs were considered to have sticky fingers.
Roll intelligence to confirm that information to see if like you're bluff. So wait, is this a bluff or is like this information?
I'm throwing out is this part of history? Can I throw this in?
I'm gonna leave it up to you because if you're bluffing, I'm gonna ask you to roll spirit. And if you were like, no, Zephyrin would know this stuff. This is in history.
Yeah.
I'll like leave it up to you. But you will have to make some kind of check.
Yeah, I feel like this is like history of like, many, many years ago.
Okay.
Maybe non-humans or whatever were not considered, like, were treated like the Neko goblins or something.
So why don't you, let's make that history roll and see how much of it you can bring up in this conversation. So roll for intelligence.
Just intelligence. So that would be a 5.
5, and you rolled, a D6?
6, yeah.
D6.
Perfect. Okay. So with a 5, that is something that honestly a lot of people would not have known unless they like had some sort of formal education. This wouldn't have been your parents' generation, but perhaps the generation before. So this satire wouldn't have personally come up and with this sort of prejudices, but definitely something like his parents would have told him about. So yeah, feel free to spin that.
Yeah, so, and anytime satyrs would come into markets, everybody would look at would keep eyes on them. So, and now, and over time, people call that wrong, and you are now a member of this guild here. Can you not do the same for the Neko goblins?
Everybody needs a little bit of kindness. You gotta have a bit of grace when you're dealing with folks that are unfamiliar to you.
And just imagine how filled this market would be with just so much cool stuff. And business would be booming.
There will be a monopoly on pockets and everything will be fantastic.
Exactly.
And Darla will come
Darla.
back and she'll be, you'll have to ask her actually, but I bet she would be super down to just like be your mascot maybe sometimes.
Darla's incredible. That is an offer.
Part of me wants to say it wasn't the same, but you're making some good points. We can't exactly turn away willing merchants or customers at this point. Okay. If we can get the Neko goblins to work with us as guards for this town, I suppose they know the ins and outs of it better than anyone at this point. They can help keep this market safe. We can promise them a stall. And
Just
well,
one stall?
Just one. I feel like they should at least have as many as anyone else. I don't
There's
think.
a lot of Neko goblins out there.
And there's a lot of space here, to be honest.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff to sell. It is gonna be booming and bumping in here. We got a friend that'll play the bagpipes. Saffron, you'll play the bagpipes, right?
And there's a very kind of like pathetic wheeze coming out from one pipe.
fine, they can have a section of the market, but okay, fine. But Darla has to be here every market weekend for the next month. We need all the business we can get at this point.
I feel like she'll really, really like the attention, to be honest. So, I think she'd quite like that. And she basically becomes a symbol of peace. Pfft. She's for sure gonna win the animal modeling of Rio the world contest for beautiful animals.
That's exactly what the
It
flag
was
says.
a long
La
title.
Monsters.
Your
world's
words weave their
top
way
llama.
into his ears, and you see recognition come over his face. He's like, change has to come from somewhere, and at this point, our old ways are not doing us much good after all. I respect one language, and it's not the language of llamas, but the language of money. And unfortunately, this makes sense. This makes sense. Okay. I will bring this to our union, and we can get started as early as next week. Please, sir, if you will follow me. And he gestures over to the Neko Goblin, who takes, one glance at you guys, gives you a respectful nod.
What was your name, Fran, so we could remember you forever?
And you put you in our story.
Yeah, I got a whole story to tell.
And, on that note, he gives you that toothy, fanged grin that is known for Neko Goblins. And he says, my name is Gareth. You can put me down as Gareth.
It was great meeting you, Gareth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he follows the satire into the main general store that, sort of doubles as the marketplace union area. And Darla is returned to saved, unscathed. Maybe one baby Neko Goblin riding on her back, but otherwise she's all right. And that is the end of the market day here in Castoff. Vendors pack up their things. The sun starts to set overhead, and for some of you, it's just another day on the journey as travelers, and for some of you, this is a day that stays with you for a long time. So is Darla staying behind in this market?
Darla's only has to be here once a week on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
I mean, do you plan to travel back, like shuffling her around?
Darla will find a way, I feel like low-key
Finds a way.
Yeah.
Darla will just find a way, I don't know how, but she's got a busy schedule. Probably a schedule that Hay doesn't even know, Like, maybe Darla is actually, like, some sort of magical creature. I don't know, but they got a life of their own. I can't tell you.
In my head, it's kind of like if anyone has watched Phineas and Ferb's Perry the Platypus, where like he's actually a pet, but then Darla disappears somewhere partway through the day to be a magical creature somewhere, and then comes back again just when Hay is wondering where she's gone.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly that.
Where do you go from here, travelers? Is it onto another town? Is it time for you to part ways? It's up to you.
I'm gonna start my pocket business. Once I can get those pockets on top of Darla, pockets for her head, pockets for her hooves, pockets for the little floofy tail. And it's fabulous.
So you're staying behind in the town of Castoff to set up your business?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Bob is like helping with the business at first, and then someone approaches asking for a pocket, and like he turns to like hand over to him like, yeah, that'll be, and he recognizes it as the assassin that's been following him. So I think like in that moment he just freaks out and knocks the stall over and just starts running. He just runs.
And we know Bob's a runner, so it honestly works out so well for you. You said you would run, you ran.
Yeah, so he just ran to a direction. What town he ends up in, who knows? But he just books it.
Okay, I know what Hay would do then. So basically, what Hay finds out is that Bob is in the ultimate game of hide and go seek, and therefore.
Are you the assassin?
No. But Hay wants to play, so Hay
Okay.
will travel with Bob, running all over the place, coming up with new hiding spots, and be like, "Oh, this is so much fun!" Not realizing ever how dangerous that actually is, and just travel the world with Bob as
Yeah, I love
they
it.
play an extreme game of hide and go seek.
I think Zafran is actually going to stay in down too and help promote and market the pockets with their bagpipes, but also because they found a cool place. They're gonna hang out with the Neko goblins if they allow it, and also chronicle their history so that they don't get
Nice.
erased.
Amazing. And on that note, as a good, let me see if I can pull this off. I'm trying to see if I can zoom in the vignette on Darla.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Da-da-da-da. It was worth it. It was worth the effort.
Oh my
Okay.
Oh, so good.
Darla.
And that is our Ryuutama one-shot. Thank you guys so much for playing. It has been a weird ride. And I appreciate that. So again, this is the One More Multiverse platform. You guys can play with us games like Ryuutama and just about like any other system on Multiverse with us at discord.gg/multiverse and find us on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm Sarah, and then I'm with Daniel and Meg, who's on the team with us, and we are so lucky to have you, B, and you, Miriam, with us as guests. And it's just been a really good time.
Thank you so much for having
Thanks
us.
for playing.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here.
And where can folks find you on these interwebs?
If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so as @B_Zelda. I'm a podcaster, streamer, community manager of the Adventurers League, and I do a butt ton of other stuff, so you gotta check it out.
Nice. And you, Miriam?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Twitter at media_junkie. I do a lot of stuff on Utopia, which is a community streaming channel, and I am also a co-host for their Super Geek, which is on Thursdays, and where we highlight marginalized gender GMs, and yeah, that's me. You can follow me there.
Lovely. So we will be here next week, same time, 5:30 EST on Wednesday, to play another one-shot with another batch of amazing guests. I'll be running Monster of the Week, very different genre, very different system, so we'll see how it goes. And then afterwards, we're going to have Nuno on, GMing with us. You guys might know him as Leon from the Shepherd Trials games. And of course, have a bunch of games running on the games calendar at discord.gg/multiverse. And that's us! And we're out! And we're done!
We
I don't
actually
have a cute send-off.
we have a very special send-off here on Multiverse.
We do?
Started
Okay,
by
we
a
are doing it,
wonderful
right.
Antonio.
Yeah.
We blow a kiss. We go,
We go,
mwah.
Mwah!
Mwah.
Thanks, everyone.
And that's us.